Hello there, Pisces. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, medium, and an empath, and this reading's for Pisces for November of 2017. The whole year just disappeared, didn't it, Pisces? Well, I have an announcement to make before I start the reading real quick, and it's that the prayer class is up and running. I know I didn't tell you guys last month, but I wasn't quite sure. Anyhow, it's up out there and running. There's a little short video about it, about 5 minutes long. It's on YouTube and it's also over at the website. You can go over there and watch it if you're interested. And to everybody that's already purchased it, I want to tell you all thank you and for all the nice messages that you sent me, and a special thank you to Tony and Lisa. You know who you are. Left me beautiful phone message about the prayer class, and to everybody kind of made it worth sitting for 2.5 hours doing it for you. And to my husband Jeff, who got it out there for you. I am computer illiterate totally, and he is about 5 or 6 steps up on the ladder from me, and he finally made it and got it out there. So if you want to know more about it, there's a little short video, and I hope it helps you. It seems to be helping everyone who got it, and I hope it helps you if you decide to go do it. I enjoyed doing it for you. But what I've done for the month is I've pulled 4 cards for us, and we'll use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view. We'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together. Now, because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. So now all of us are Pisces out there named Frankie, I guess, for the time of this reading. The other thing is I advise you to look at your moon sign and your rising sign, because these are general readings. Sometimes the sun sign just isn't the right one for you, or you get a bigger perspective of the month. Now, I'm not an astrologer, so I looked up the astrology for us for the month. It's going to be in our 9th house, which is contacts with visitors, religious, intellectual matters, ideas, standards, your beliefs, plans for the distant future, and I think it said your in-laws, grandchildren, clergy. That it was like the lessons that you learn through living. Anyhow, lessons you learn through living. Well, that's based on the cards I'm seeing here. Us Pisces are getting a lot of living lessons. We have a few words that Spirit gave us before we start. They are acceptance, which we're going to need, harmony, which is going to be real helpful, support, commitment, and clarity. And I'm going to say acceptance of ourselves, support for ourselves, get ourselves in balance, and others will support us also, commitment to ourselves, our growth, our whatever, because some things have been rocking and rolling on the earth plane here for a while, but it's going to rock and roll for us Pisces a little bit longer. Our first card here is the 8 of Swords, and this is a card of, well, the only way I know how to explain it, I think it was either Aquarius or Capricorn got this right before you, but and I shuffled them up good, but this is your overall thing. There's a choice we're going to have to make. The 8 of Swords, we can see she's tied up, she's blindfolded, all these swords are around her, and in this particular deck, her mouth is blindfolded too. She can't speak what she needs to say. So when we get this card, the only explanation that ever pops in my head is it's like the 2 of Swords, but in the 2 of Swords, we are in total denial. With the 2 of Swords, I always think of a marriage that everybody thinks is wonderful and love and light, you know, and they go home, open up the door, and the people, you know, the couple is in there like screaming, yelling, fighting with each other and everything else in the world. And then when they open the door, to some other people coming in. It's like, oh, it's so nice to see you, and they're holding hands and all the rest of that. So it's denial about what's going on. With the Eight of Swords, we are not in denial. We clearly, clarity, our word, can see the choices that we have to make. But for some reason, we're still talking ourselves in, and I want to say talking ourselves into it. And I'll explain to you that reason they're saying it like that in a minute. Because this, we know we have to make the choice. We feel like we're being stopped or obstructed somehow. But it's like us talking ourselves into not making the choice, us talking ourselves into not taking the blindfold off because there's an obstacle there. But we actually know if it was a marriage situation or a job situation, let's say, career thing, this is really bad, or I need to get out of this and I need to get out now. When we have the Eight of Swords, those ties around her, they're not even ropes in this one, just cloth, a piece of cloth, looks like a big old scarf. She could just shrug herself right out of there. She could loosen up one hand and grab one of those swords and cut it loose if she had to. She needs to untie that blindfold and look around her because there's nothing stopping her. There's no swords in front of her. There's nothing blocking her way. On the old deck, either in front or behind on this deck. So it's with this, there's a overall influence for this month coming at us. We cannot have clarity of sight if we have a blindfold on, Pisces. How can we see with a blindfold on? How can we move forward tied up? I mean, seriously, we can't. So we're coming to that point right now where, what I want to say, I don't want to hide my true feelings any longer. I just don't want to do that. It's almost like accept me and support me the way I am, whether it's work or whatever. If I don't like this job any longer, I'm not going to talk to myself till I'm blue in the face and say, but I can't quit because of the money. I'm going to start applying for other jobs, other circumstances that are going to benefit me, because what they're showing is we have to alter something. Because right here we have the Tower. That's our next card. Now, no, lightning's not going to strike us. Fire's not going to shoot out the windows of the house if we take this off, right? We are going to make a commitment to some kind of change. When the Tower comes, it shows once again there was something, if we'd had opened our eyes, there was something that we needed to change or transform or do, let's say, that is long overdue. So now we're going down to the basic foundation in order to rebuild. But we do this through choice, or it gets forced on us. A tower is like, it can be an unexpected event that happens to us, a tower situation that forces us to really look at things. So I always feel it's better for us, Pisces, if we look at and face ourselves first, that which we need to change, and accept that and be in harmony with it, our word. Accept it and be in harmony with it. Change it, alter it, because it's something that fundamentally no longer supports us in the life that we're choosing now. So if this was the bad marriage or partnership, the Tower situation could be a gigantic fight that blows everything up, and finally it gets dissolved or resolved, right? It'll be different areas for each one of us, but it's change that we can support and accept within ourselves, because we knew it was coming. We almost always, even though it seems unexpected, when we look back, you know, before we made this change, I hate to see a tower situation come when we don't have to have it if we took off the blindfold. Because we would, I know they say it's unexpected, but without the blindfold on, it can be expected, so we change it so it doesn't become a big blow up. We speak to our partner, right? If it's a relationship or friendship, we speak to them because they're on our last working nerve. If we wait much longer, we've been putting up with you doing this or this, whatever it is, for this long, and if you do it or you say it one more time, I'm gonna hit you with a frying pan, right? That would be a tower situation, but we didn't take off the blindfold. We never spoke it. So how do they know? How the hell do they know that we're going to hit them with a frying pan? We need to be able to stand, accept ourselves, support ourselves, speak our piece. I know we're Pisces. I know we're quiet, we're intuitive, we're sensitive, we're all that and more. But there's not a one of us that's not strong enough to stand up when we have to. When we have to. And Spirit's saying there's support for us. We have to make a commitment to make the change ourselves so we don't see this, right? And it could be, these are general readings. This, like I said, could be work. It's just so horrible, but I can't leave, I can't leave because of the money, so good. Start applying for other jobs before you're forced, or where I would be creating that ill will or disharmony at the office because I just don't want to be here anymore, or, you know, I don't want to take on somebody else's job, right? I don't want to do two jobs, and I'm keeping my mouth shut, and they keep giving me my, coworkers work and saying they can't get it done, so you do it for them because I'm faster and more efficient. I want to speak that that's not my job. Obviously, it's theirs. Now, why don't you give them some of my work before it comes to that gigantic, if you put one more thing on my desk, I'm going to hit you with a frying pan attitude, because there's something fundamental within us Pisces. This, and they say we have to really avoid hiding our true feelings, how we feel about something. We don't have to be nasty about what we say, okay? But we have to avoid hiding it. It's going to stop us. So, they said it to me again, so that's important. Our next card here is the Death card. We have 3 major arcana in a row. Now, no, Pisces, we're not dying. We had the Tower situation, which is causing us to change or alter something in our lives. Now, these are general readings. I do not know which portion of our lives it's going to come down in, but it's obviously, for a lot of us, going to come down. That's why I tell you to look at your moon sign and your rising sign. More information there. This may not be this Pisces that for this month. This is change and transformation. It is not death. This is me making a choice of something in my life that I want to have altered. Maybe it's, I don't want to hit the husband on the head or the wife on the head with the frying pan, or the boss or the coworker. I want to step into myself. I want to accept myself. I want to be in balance with clear thought and sight. This is like spiritual transformation at the deepest level, where I am altering and changing myself for the benefit and support of myself and my commitment to myself, my transformation, myself. So I know that sounds selfish. Pisces, it is not. It is never selfish to alter something that we know within our own heart and soul we need to alter in order for us to move forward. And here's the good thing. That commitment to ourselves is going to pay off no matter how it comes, because our next card is the Judgment card. And if there's any card, Judgment comes on our side because we've made these alterations, transform something in our lives. Judgment is a card where we get the wake-up call from the universe. We have the Tower card and the Death card that may give us that if we don't take off the blindfold from the Eight of Swords. We have a wake-up call from the universe, and things are no longer the same. We have matured in our judgment. We take time and patience, and we have went through a lot in our lives. We bring all that and within to utilize it, right? And this Judgment card means judgment is on my side. I always think of this as Gabriel's horn, for whatever reason, announcing, good work, Pisces, good work. Did a good job. Everyone's happy. They have won. They have transformed. They are mature. I think of the Judgment card as a tree that I planted, and it now has flowers and it's borne fruit. And I was patient. I worked through it, and it's now time for my harvest. This is good news, beneficial news to me. It can be financial, it can be emotional, it could be if I was going through a health crisis. I'm better. Yeah, you're all right, clean bill of health. We gave you the stamp of approval, even with that dent in your head from the frying pan, Pisces. No. My cast iron skillet's really heavy and really big. I wouldn't want to, I don't know if I could pick it up and hit somebody with it. I don't even know why I said that. But these people are happy, and they all were sitting there content, smiles on their face, love. That's speaking what is the truth, moving out and away from the situations that no longer serve me. Because our final card here is the Seven of Swords. And of all the cards in the world, I thought, Spirit, how the hell does that go with this reading? And it does. It's saying the change had to be made, right? I've struggled long and hard to make the change. I've got the change. I'm going to do this month. I could fight against it, but that means I have to stay in that tower thing, and that's just not a fun place to be, One, harmony and acceptance. This card tells me, though, what it tells me is I can state my case, but I have to do it through the back door, which is not comfortable. What I think about this is I'm going through the back door, right? Like, I keep a cover on my motivation, the reasons why I'm doing this. Not like straightforward with them like I would like to be, just generally straightforward, do it, get it over with, what I mean, just do it. With this, I have to use tact, diplomacy, discretion, and discernment. When this card comes up for someone like a Leo, it would be hard for us to zip our lip, but we go in the back. We have to go a roundabout way to finish up and do the things that we have to do for ourselves, in support of ourselves, remember. So we are committed to ourselves. We go through the back door. From then on, we enter through the front. But we get what we desire, and I know it's not the best way to go about it, but we get what we choose, or what we desire, if we use that diplomacy, and we're not like sickening blunt, like get that coworker, the cast iron skillet, right? When we take these blinders off, get that coworker out of my way. This seven in this situation, this is usually depicts, what do they say? The guy goes into the camp in broad daylight and steals 5 of these swords. He's the elephant in the living room. Everyone saw him steal the swords. They only got 2 left. They're watching him walk off, and nobody's saying anything. You know, it can be a card of deception. It can be a card of maybe someone stole my job from me or said they did the work that I did, you know, or in that relationship thing. It could be that with this 7, my husband or whatever is taking money, and maybe husband, wife, however it's going to come down, taking money, spending it on gambling or other women or something like that, deceiving me with that. Or my coworker stole my project and said that they did the project, not me, you know, stole my fame or my acclaim, allocates what I should have got patted on the back for too. They act like they did it theirself. Either way, this is all going to come out in the wash, right? But I think it means that we go through the back door in order to always be able to step through, you know, like tell our true feelings from that time on. We may not immediately be able to approach it like that because of this 8 of Swords. So we use tact, diplomacy, discretion, discernment, right, while we're doing this. And that is the best way to save our butt from this major tower situation. We're going through it anyhow, and something's going to transform. We're going to get clarity of sight, so the word acceptance is accept it and go through it, and it'll benefit us. End result is we got the judgment card on our side. We get the transformation, right? So we get those words: acceptance, harmony, support, commitment, and clarity. So who's the winner here, Pisces? Might want to take that. We are. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Let's see. Ooh, we got that judgment card in there. Yeah, I understand this card, kinda. Because I'm going to say, before I tell you this card, with this the card is focus on service. Focus on serving myself this month. Pull off those blinders. Untie yourself. Those swords are way far away from you. You can just step forward and approach these situations in the right manner. You don't have to be a big mouth. We don't have to be the bull in the china shop. We can be our kind, sweet, conscious Pisces selves. Okay? Focus on service. Oh, I can't get the glare off. It's a beautiful card, though, with a unicorn. It says, and she's a beautiful lady on the unicorn. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. That's what we're doing with this card. If we don't take off that blindfold, we can fool ourselves, right? This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. And that's especially true at this time, and especially true for that focusing on serving yourself and healing yourself, Pisces, especially this month. Those words are pretty powerful. This card comes to you because you've been worried about your life's mission. Perhaps you feel insecure about whether you'll make enough money, be successful, or be well received by others. Instead of concerns about what you'll receive or other people's reactions. That's probably why they want us to take off the blinders. Focus solely on how you can serve. Use your natural talents, passions, and interests to help others or some vital cause. Now that's a key word there. Vital cause is where we're putting our energy. The reason we're keeping the blindfold on. Is it vital that we don't look at it clearly? Then through the law of attraction, you receive all the support you need. Our word, support. Release money worries to God and the angels. Be receptive to divine guidance and follow it without hesitation. If you get nervous, focus on service. Focus on in here, Pisces. What do I want? What is going to satisfy me? What is going to be my safety? What is my commitment to myself? Well, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes, and for your comments. I love them. I read each and every one of them, even though I don't get a lot of time to write you back. And to anybody who wants to know more about me, about me, or find out about the prayer class, all the information is at the website in the About section. It's below or above, or I don't know where it is actually on a computer. It's in the About section. If you want to set an appointment with me, oh, and all the information, I did say that, on the prayer classes over there at the website too, and the little video. And if you want to set an appointment with me, all the information to do that is at the website. And to everybody I've met through doing these YouTube readings, and everybody I've met through 28 years of doing readings, I want to tell you all it's an honor and a privilege to have been able to serve you, and hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.